My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Noah. And this review will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But I feel like I should address something right off the bat, and it's the fact that I'm not religious. I grew up very religious, and my family's very religious. I myself, though, am not. So I'm watching this movie through that lens. And I do understand that lots of Christians are offended by this movie and the different directions it takes in its storytelling, and I get it. But I love this movie, and I think it is one of the most ambitious blockbusters ever. Um, like, it's such a different take on this story, and you still get the plot where Noah builds an ark to save him and his family and animals after the world's flooded. But the first half of this movie has a big epic feel to it, which I really dug. And then the second half transitions into this psychological horror movie, and I thought that was just brilliant. There's a story in the Bible about Isaac and Abraham. And the story is that Abraham is told by God to kill Isaac, his son. And it's to test how far Abraham is willing to obey his God. And this movie definitely takes elements of that and utilizes it into its plot. And I thought it was just very thoughtful. Like, this movie is about what is God's plan? Like, is it just how we interpret it? Or what does he actually want us to do? And this movie is also about what is good, what is innocent, who deserves to live, and who gets to make that decision. And it's also about having strong convictions and at what point do you let go of them. And I just feel like this movie is so thematically rich and it's got a lot of layers to it. And the big action I thought was very exciting, and the horror elements chilled me to my bone. The second half of this movie just affects me on a deeply emotional level. Like, when Noah is set to kill his granddaughters, it is truly horrific. It is just unbearable to watch this man want to do something so evil because he views it as a necessary good, and just how misguided this man actually is. And it's just very effective storytelling. And I also love how this movie is like 2 hours and 20 minutes long, and for the most part, it really flies by. So, yeah, like, I love what this movie's doing narratively and thematically. I think it's just such an ambitious swing. And it's like the complete opposite of a crowd pleaser, but I loved it for that reason. I also think this movie is filled with great performances. Russell Crowe absolutely nails it here. This is one of his best performances of the past 20 years. Just top-notch work from him here, and he really delivers. Then you've got Jennifer Connelly, who just sells you on so much emotion, and she just sells you on the horror of the situation and the pain that it's bringing her, and she's so good here. I also thought Emma Watson gave a great performance. I actually want her to come back to acting because I like her in the Harry Potter movies, and I liked her in this and Perks of Being a Wallflower, and then she's kind of just vanished for the most part. But lots of range here. She did a really good job. You've got Douglas Booth, who I thought did a fine job. you've got Logan Lerman, who I really liked. Everything with his character and just how he's unsure on which side he's on and everything he wants to do. It's just, he plays this lost character so well. And I think Anthony Hopkins does a really great job in his short screen time. Ray Winstone is good, so the entire cast really delivers. And I do like the vision on display by Darren Aronofsky. He plays around with frame rate quite a bit here, or maybe it's just jump cuts, but I really like the choppy feel this movie has in moments. It just gives it a bit more personality. I think the visuals are very hit or miss. Like the second half with the water and the boat, it looks great. But the CGI animals, I'm not really sure. The golden colors look a little too artificial. And the walk monsters look really choppy, but I kind of dug that aspect of them, to be honest. I know the walk monsters are also very divisive, but I thought they explained it well enough. They're fallen angels who have become part of Earth. So yeah, my only real big issue is that I do think that despite this movie's excellent pacing, the first act still could have been cut down. I feel like a good 20 minutes of that could have been like some quick narration, and we could have gotten the plot going a bit faster, but yeah, I still love this movie. I understand it's not for everyone, but I think its approach to this story, to religion, and to just humanity as a whole, it's very fascinating. Watching this movie back to back with Muzzle just makes for an interesting experience. Well, Darren Aronofsky's giving his view on everything, and I think the narrative in this movie is very strong. It's thematically rich. It's filled with great performances. Maybe a few questionable visual effects, and maybe the first act could have been tightened up by a bit, but I still love this movie. Oh, stop. I forgot one more aspect. The musical score by Clint Mansell. Absolutely phenomenal. It enhances so much in this movie. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll give Noah an 8 out of 10. Okay, have you seen Noah? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.